Hello, welcome back. Teh Tarik Hour. We are the two guys from Malaysia, Azreen,
Ah Kit.
and we are here to talk about Malaysian things we want to talk about. But today, not about Malaysia. Today is about a certain cultural impact that's happening to Malaysia.
Influence Malaysia.
The influences into Malaysia. But this is a topic that Ah Kit's brought out lah, and it's something that I guess it's happening in Malaysia for quite some time already, which is the I wouldn't say invasion, the integration, assimilation
it's
of
some kind of like we realize because I have a certain time I'm not in Malaysia, but after I came back to I feel like Malaysia is changed. Malaysia changed.
So what Ah Kit is talking about is the influences of China's
The topic
Chi-
is already there.
China culture into Malaysia lah.
Yes.
In terms of popular culture, I would say.
No matter is your daily life is influenced by we call it Eastern culture.
Eastern culture.
It's called Eastern.
But okay, I feel like this is to me, I don't think it's an issue. Maybe it is an issue for you. So why don't you give us the breakdown, in your opinion, what is currently happening in terms of like this invasion of like cultural, or as you want to say, China's colonization of
Yes.
of Malaysia.
Okay, if today you go out, because last time usually we go out and then we talk to some other people's, like, okay, this is a very, I give you one scenarios lah. It's one time I'm the medicals, the pharmacies. I talked to one Indian guy. I speak in English and or Bahasa, but the Indian guy told me, I can speak Chinese. You can speak to me in Chinese. But when you come to Malaysia, the first impression I've talked to the people usually is we talk in English or Bahasa. But suddenly you will feel, wait, how come the Indians? It's not just one or two times. Many times I'm facing even the Malays. Oh, I can talk Chinese to you. It's some kind of like, oh, this is so often come to Malaysia, because last time I don't think suddenly it's got people want to speak Chinese to me. Usually speak Bahasa and or maybe it's in English. Is what I'm thinking lah.
Okay, so I want
This is
to
one thing.
clearing on your part in that, right? Do you think that's a good thing or a bad thing?
It's not say good or bad, because Malaysia is a multiple language but this one is more coming often. Just reason is coming often. So come to like makans and then other things lah. Yes, it's a lot of the Chinese influencer. It affected our youngster.
So in terms of food influences, you mean it's what, like a lot of China cuisine coming here,
Like
is it?
ramen, what you call it, mee tarik.
Mee tarik, and then like Chinese Muslim,
Chinese Muslim, yes.
food and all this. Again, do you think that's a good thing or a bad thing? How?
I'm not saying it's a good thing or bad thing. It's the transactions. Even because last times you can see we are more like even we buy Japanese car, we are more like Japanese culture. We are see the what you call it, J-pop, the J band. Then we dress up with like Japanese,
and then a lot of Japanese food.
Yes, Japanese food, Japanese culture. Travel in Japan, Tokyo. But today, the China, our even the youngster will say, oh, a C-pop or Chinese food, and then become a trend. We can say become a trend. The Chinese trend.
That's why I think the underlying point there, I want to make it. I think right now, China's cultural impact is a lot stronger, of course, because with the food, with the entertainment, with a lot of the cultural thing amongst youngsters, there's a very strong China influence there, But the point towards that is that isn't this all just a phase, a trend? After this, like you said before, last time it's Japan, I remember back in the day where the Japanese thing was so popular, anime sushi food
But now
or
today also very
cosplay
expensive. Today
Yeah.
also very popular.
but not as popular as before, right? If you
Mm.
go cosplay, I think I've also seen like cosplay events. There's a lot more like China characters being cosplayed rather than like Japan or anime last time there lor.
I think because the transactions you see our parents, for my parents' generations they are more on the Western.
And then yeah, that's the thing. So even then before that is a Western cultural influences, burgers fries all these
You
TGIF
see the
all these
PGA side, they got one very old A&W.
A&W lah. You see, for me, all of this is just a matter of trends cultural impact of trends It comes and goes. Right now, it's just China's time to be the main spotlight lah. But you bring it up, that means you see there's something there. Either you see it as a issue or not an issue. For you, do you see this as an issue or is this not an issue yet? Or will it even be an issue to you?
What do you mean issues?
Like, is there a fear for you to see that so many China's cultural impact there? The word China colonization.
But
is
this question for me is like, okay, I'm a Chinese. Actually, I'm more easy to accept the Chinese cultures. Not say accept lah, because some of that I already know. But for like Malay guys, Indians guy, maybe it's the other races, are they to accept these cultures? Because all the while, I'm not really love the Chinese culture, those are pop cultures lah. Because maybe I'm older, I'm I'm more like those more in Cantonese style and more in Hong Kong style, those kind. So I don't know whether you guys you can accept the China's mainland, this kind of cultures.
I mean, previously it was very contentious, isn't it, for China to be coming to Malaysia? A lot of news of like what China being rude, China tourists being rude, or the fact that China investment is too much. We tell all Chinese to go back to China. Balik Tongsan, remember this?
Yes.
There were very high animosity towards that because I think at that time it was still very Western minded, Western cultural belief there lah. Now, ever since America and the Western nation becoming very very Islamophobic, very anti-Asian and all this, slowly but surely we are less idolizing the Western thing lor. You don't see you see already the change, right? We not look up to Western as much as before. Nowadays, you see on the social media the Western guy begging on the street to say, "Oh, I'm traveling, please."
Yeah.
We all take shot already. We never say, "Oh, look at this Angmo very sad." No, we say, "Wow, this Angmo damn stupid. Why won't do like this?" We don't give face anymore, right?
Yeah, because we have a transactions like from the Westerns.
We
come to the
transition
East.
already from.
But actually, it's, for my thinkings, why one days maybe Malaysians we have our own cultures like K-pop, we are M-pop, like some kind.
But
like
we
this.
tried that. I think we attempted to it. One thing about Malaysia is that we don't support our own until they are popular outside of the country.
And some more because our Malaysia's not very strong the identities. Not I can say it's not strong.
I don't think it's not strong lah. We have strong identity. It's just that we don't encourage it in a way that's attracting younger generation lor. Our last episode we talked about the Nyonya culture, the Peranakan culture. That is a strong identity of Malaysia. What? And then if we even go beyond that, like local.
But that one is our we can say is the heritage is the old cultures. The heritage. It's not the current. It's not the current trend. It's some kind of like the Chinese pop is a current trend. They're doing something is the current generation. Even K-pop or J-pop also doing the same thing. But now the trend is more to Chinese pop. You can see
it's more K-pop rather than C-pop lah.
K-pop, C-pop also
similar in that
similar.
sense.
Yeah.
But I mean, again, that's the country's willingness to adapt to the trend. What? Again, they have a country that supports that industry. we don't have a country that support that industry. That's why we don't see it being pushed to the front. No? If you have a country that says that, oh, we will support all our artists to create their own development, we will give money to artists to cari makan. You don't think we will be able to create this kind of market? I believe we have talented Malaysians, artistic Malaysians that can really provide, cultural impact. But if there's no money to make out of it, why you want to do it in the first place? No money, how to cari makan? How to survive?
True.
The most important is cari makan first. So in the sense that why is China's cultural impact more powerful than Malaysia here? They have the opportunity to grow those impact.
And some of their very short periods, their influence in Malaysia is like the cars, the fruits, the people. Actually, people's is because most of the our Malaysians, especially Chinese, we are from the Chinese schools. Even some of the English educated the parents Chinese they also send their child the kids to the Chinese classes to learn up the Chinese, can speak Chinese, can see Chinese.
But you have to see their facilities there, lor. Why would they send to a Chinese school?
Because the opportunity is
the
there.
opportunity is one, but also the facilities. You see a China internet school, right, private school, and you compare it to Malaysian public school. You see the difference in quality there, lah. I'm just honest there. Our public school is not really that well maintained, lah.
I think it should
See, that come back to government support, isn't it?
Yeah, something is like government support, but you see, for Chinese school, I don't know whether the Chinese school for my young time, the Chinese school, they have go to Derma, ask people to give money, charities for the build the school, the new school, because the Chinese school always is doing this.
But there's the thing, like, again, it's a culture that's reinforced by that country, whereas our own country, what have we done to support that? We don't. It should be our government take the initiative to improve our culture there, to strengthen our cultural influences. Because if you say like, oh, China colonization of culture, technology, all this, why does it happen? Because they are able to set foot here. Like you send your kids to a China school, and then all you talk about is Xiaohongshu, or you talk about all the you talk about C-pop, because that is the environment you're in. Now, if you were to send it to a Malaysian public school, of course the environment would be like Malaysian things, like Malaysian culture, Malaysian impact there, lah. But that's not what's happening. So when you move it to that direction, of course you will see more from China there, because that's where
I think because one country become stronger, and then their culture also becomes stronger. If because just reasons the China's is a pickup, they are overtake a lot of like industries. They are stronger than like they have this way you call it they are stronger lah. In sense of stronger lah. Compared with last time the 90s, the time they're more stronger. So they will be influence the whole world is more strong. Do you understand what I mean?
Similar to how the US did it, lah.
Yes. So if let's say our Malaysians, we have to like Malaysians now. We have to be stronger, and then maybe one day our Malaysians cultures is can to bring to the whole world.
I mean, okay, the thing is, right, popular culture is hard to predict, lah. I don't think you can control popular culture. You can try to encourage and support our own culture as much as possible, or at least nurture it, lah. But it ultimately comes back to how does the government support it. You can see China has a lot of support towards its performing arts, which helps develop its entertainment industry. Similarly, like Singapore or even like countries like Indonesia, they have a strong support in cultural and art and performance. Malaysia art and performance, it's there, but it's not being supported strongly. Like, you just look at concerts, no?
True.
How
a lot of those regulation and ban, the restrictions actually is the ban actually is a ban the creativity also.
That's not just one thing. Also, how the career is as an artist here.
Yep.
You can cari makan, meh? Cannot one.
And you can see even Indians they also got Bollywood.
End up they also go to India also.
You see Indians India is not. India also strong lah, but you see, India also got their own culture. We call Pollywoods.
Bollywood there lah.
How come Malaysia?
Hey, Malaysia coming out Kluang Man
Clung, man.
You don't play Kluang Man coming soon the movie You don't want to support then you're not a part of the solution You want to be the solution, support Kluang Man But honestly, Malaysia last time we had strong cultural impact during the time of we bringing her back again, Yasmin Ahmad. There was a strong cultural identity of Malaysia's art.
Then before the Yasmin Ahmad, you got once a Malay singer is very famous one. You don't remember?
Which one?
I not remember. It's the guy.
Sudirman
It's the guy who are in Star Park one.
Star Park?
Star Park. You know.
M. Nasir
I don't remember the name, but it's very famous. I also not remember the name.
You sure not Sudirman?
So I think Sudirman.
The guy who sang Balik Kampung, is it? What song he sang?
Never mind lah. Forget it lah.
I mean, okay, but even you look back during P. Ramlee times.
P. Ramlee.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, there you go. P. Ramlee also, we have our cultural icons there. But we don't, there's not much support for arts as it is back then, what? Last time you can see the identity there.
The identity, the black and white movies. From a TV, black and white.
Wow, you really go back old time.
Yeah.
At least go back 90s time.
That one is 17s, is it? 70s or 60s? 70s or 80s?
50s, 60s like that lah.
50s, 60s.
Quite a long time long time ago, black and white show. But you still remember the music, still remember
I remember these persons. I'm not saying remember, it's very like...
I tell you, if you
identity,
you hear the song, you will know already it's his tone there lor. You can hear his voice already lah, I can say. But again, to that extent, currently in Malaysia, I don't think there's as strong of a support for that kind of cultural impact there lor. Which is why I feel like you see more of China cultural impact, because China's popularity or popular culture is now the trend. No? Now, the next 10 years, maybe it's different. Maybe it's Indian. Maybe it's
Indian
back to, or maybe it's Vietnam. We don't know.
Don't know. Vietnam,
but the idea here is that why is it that our own culture not the main there? Because there's no support there.
Malaysia is a small country. What do you think? We are small.
I don't think that's a good answer lah. Because small country can make big impact still. What?
We are not strong. We cannot standing up. We are so many mixtures. We gel, but if we also can say we are mixtures. This is our culture. But if we are not standing like we are Japanese, we are so very strong in that Japanese culture. You can see the art.
Yes, but also I feel like we haven't been able to fully utilize our combination yet lah.
What? Because I think it's the last 2 episodes we're talking about this Nyonya. Actually, it's Nyonya and Baba and Nyonya Paanakan. It's some kind of like you have to blend the culture, blending in the cultures. You can see the inside the house. You can feel like how come these houses look like Chinese and then something is like Malay. You will be like different directions. Is it really blend in your life? Be blend in the arts.
To create something new.
Create something new. It's not say the words is say Chinese is Chinese. You still can differentiate Chinese and Bahasa. It's not that. You can see the Kuih Nyonya. It's some kind of like how come the taste is like Malay but it's some kind of like Chinese also. You will make me to confuse until now also. This kuih is Chinese kuih or the Malay kuih. It's some kind of like make you confusing. That one is very truly Malaysia culture lah. This is what I'm thinking.
Okay, but it's not just Malaysia culture, it's Singaporean culture also lah.
Blend.
But it's the blending of that lah.
Blending, yes.
Now, okay, I don't know how we want to create that something new. Maybe we are not the person to create it lah. We're not smart enough.
It's not correct. Actually, it's not correct. It's some kind of like we have to gel together. It's more like we gel together. We have no borders to gel together. Colorblind, we call it.
Colorblind. But if you colorblind, how you want to know the different colors? It's not about color, but it's color fusion, bro.
Color fusion. Oh,
Fusion. Color fusion, bro.
It's a color fusion.
This one we want to do. It's more like we want to separate our or establish our own identity there, lah, and then make it as popular or at least as respectable as other culture there, lah. The thing is, right now, as we can say, China culture is the most popular right now. Now, is that a thing to be concerned? I don't think so, lah. It's just a phase, lah.
Just to face it, it's just like
It's just a time trend only, lor.
Yeah, you don't like it, then this isn't your business, what?
Yeah,
this is a trend.
I tell you, okay, all this like mixture or the Teh Tarik, all this, it's a trend for 5 years, then down,
Chuggy,
then
you know.
Chuggy, all this were popular for a while, and then last time what Tea Life, all this thing now become what no care already, what. Last time all the burger like Wendy's or Shakey's all this big Western also gone also lah. Or Japanese food like what sushi, what all the sushi place or the West Japanese ramen place all also gone already, what.
Yeah.
This is a trend lah. So for people who say, wow, too many China thing, I think you just wait 4-5 years, will change lor. Maybe next one is Arab. You don't know.
I really don't know.
But for me lah, as I see it right now, cultural impact, it won't have a lasting impact there lah. All this again, it's all just a trend. What's next will be different, maybe better, but the real thing that we should probably focus on is how we want to develop our own culture lor. And whether or not we can do it, that one, see how the government do lor.
No lah, the people lah.
The people
our people, actually the culture is created by the people.
How to do if the culture is
for
being oppressed?
Government side, if government side is we have to relax the borders lah. We don't make the border to make different Malay and Chinese do, so it's separate. So you have to make the people to unite. This is the way we have to our own culture.
And we see that we can unite or not in the next time there.
You see I think their good way is the East Malaysia. What they are East Malaysia doing? They are doing quite well.
Quite well. I mean, in terms of cultural, sure lah, but economically maybe not.
You see Sarawakians, they are doing their own cultures. They promote the Sarawak.
Then is that considered Malaysian culture or not? It's only Sarawakian culture only, lor. Is it part of Malaysian culture?
You're part of Malaysians, ma. You're Bumi Putra also.
They still want to remain part of Semenanjung or not?
So, Peninsula is Peninsula. Sarawak is Sarawak, but it's considered Malaysia, ma.
Malaysia. Don't know lah. Maybe we'll see.
We have to have to open our mindset lah. We can say for governments we have to open our mindset. We accept we are the different
but same.
Different but same. Yeah, we are.
So nice to say that different but same also.
We are same because we are born in this land.
Okay lah, can say also lah.
We are same because we are born in this land. We some kind of we are in the same boat, ma. The old generation people saying we are the same boat. But why you want to push the people out for this boat? It's no ban because we are trying to kayak together.
Row together.
We kayak together.
Row together there lah.
Why you want to push your friend outside the boat?
But I think we don't want to confuse the fact that we're not saying that we're trying to push out any outside influences or outside cultural impact or influences to us. I'm not saying, because if we just say, oh, we don't want other cultural thing, it kind of puts us as an isolationist country, similar to how the US is doing right now. So I don't want that. I want us as a country to still be able to accept other cultures as well. But at the same time, I think it's also important for us to really examine and see what makes Malaysia truly Malaysia. What is the Malaysian unique identity? And it's the fusion there. I think we have a lot of fusion culture there. We need the support of not just the government, but also the people to really bring it up.
The filming and the music is a very two important issue.
Because that is how you develop culture.
Yeah.
Music and art and all this is how we develop culture. And it's not just like, oh, we just focus on Malay market only or Chinese market or Indian market. It should be a unique combination of all lah.
Somehow now we have the foreigners, we have to include them.
This one is a different topic. We will see how lah. But what do you guys think? Do you really think there's a colonization of Chinese cultural impact here in Malaysia? Or we're just lacking Malaysian identity in the end? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoy what we do, please share, like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. And maybe if you are a China expert, you want to share your impact or your opinions on us, or maybe your Xiaohongshu
TikTok or whatever.
TikTok impact or expert, reach out to us at tehtarihour@gmail.com. We would love to talk to you guys. Until then, we will see you all on the next episode. Ciao.